breakfast on Monday morning, I was really craving this acai bowl from Pret. Is that how you say it? Acai? Don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd recreate it. Starting with the berry acai puree mixture, I added a bunch of frozen fruit and of course acai powder. I just got this one off of Amazon. Then if you have a more powerful blender than I do, you won't have to add in as much liquid, but I added in quite a bit of oat milk just to break it all up. If anybody has recommendations for a good processor or blender, let me know in the comments below. I have been on the search for ages. For the first layer, I just chopped up this really cute mini banana, then I added some granola, then poured my berry mixture over the top of that. I didn't have any almond butter sadly, but I did just use peanut butter, which obviously does a really similar job. And then something a bit more fun, shredded apple, which I've never used as a topping before. And then to top that off, I added some pomegranate seeds, which are one of my favorites. I cannot recommend this enough, genuinely. It's really healthy, delicious, and a relatively quick breakfast recipe. And thanks to Pret for the inspiration. For lunch today, I wanted to do like a healthy twist on a sandwich with crisps, and I actually took inspiration from the Pam app. I'm sure some of you guys have seen my Pam app video. I made the same lettuce wrap in that video. This time I didn't have any cream cheese, so I used mayo instead, which I don't recommend. It tastes a lot better with cream cheese. Anyway, I just put in some chicken, some tomato, and then I used these hummus crisps, which I think are just a bit cleaner for you, a little bit healthier than normal crisps, and still super yummy. This was my first time ever making a poke bowl. I don't think I've ever even had one, so I just started with cooking some sushi rice and then frying up some salmon. Season it however you like. I just used some salt and pepper and also chili flakes. Then it's time to prepare your toppings, the fun bit. I got this perfectly ripe avocado, which made me very happy. I swear my avocados are never ripe. And by this point my rice was ready, so it was just time to put it all together. And this is why this recipe is really, really fast and perfect for like a weekday dinner. So adding everything to the bowl, there's really not that many ingredients. You've just got your salmon, avocado, some edamame beans, and some sesame seeds. And then I just added in some soy sauce to get the juices flowing. And there you go, a homemade poke bowl. Tuesday was a classic summer day in Scotland, very rainy, but still cozy, and so I just wanted a yummy warm breakfast this morning. So I wanted to try out a new Pam app recipe, and so I chose this 12-minute French toast, which just looks amazing. Starting off with all the ingredients, just adding them to a blender to make your eggy mixture. You don't have to do this in a blender, you can just mix up in a bowl. Pam app is so good for like healthier alternatives to everyday recipes, so if you want to try it out, I'll leave it linked below. Definitely not sponsored, I just love the app so much. Then, as you do with any French toast, just soak some bread in your eggy mixture for a couple minutes and then fry it up. I really recommend using the combination of blackberries and frying up like half of your banana. Chef's kiss, taste divine, and enjoy. For lunch today, this is one of my favorite quick and easy meal prep kind of lunches, a quinoa salad. So I just started off with cooking up a few servings worth of quinoa. And then all you have to do is add in chickpeas for some more protein, sun-dried tomatoes, I just love the taste of these, and then I also added in some fresh basil. Then for more flavour and moisture, I added in seasoning, lemon juice, balsamic vinegar. That is literally it. It's definitely a very yummy salad, and you can just leave your leftovers in the fridge for later on in the week. For dinner, we're being adventurous. I wanted to try something I've never tried before, summer rolls. How appropriate for summer, I know. I was following a PAMAP recipe here, just starting with preparing your veggies. We've got lettuce, carrots, red radish, and then you want to make up a peanut sauce. I know a lot of people like to just like dip in their summer rolls into a peanut sauce, but we're going to be adding it into the summer roll. This is where I do definitely mess up, and like I said, this was my first time, but I have now learned. I feel like if I make these again, I'll be a lot better at it. So when it comes to the rice paper, my biggest tip is not to soak it for as long as I did. Otherwise it starts to tear. It's a lot harder to work with. Literally just soak your rice paper just for a few seconds and you're good. I also got my rice paper from a local Asian market in case you can't find it in your local supermarket. Even though these look a bit rough, let me tell you, they were really good and I'll definitely be making them again. And for dessert, I had one of my absolute favorite desserts, some mochi. Something you have seen me make on my channel maybe a few too many times, chocolate oatmeal. Hands down one of my favorite go-to breakfasts just because it is so easy, it fills me up for so long. And I love adding cacao powder, cacao nibs, just to make it chocolatey. I always say this, but banana is the key to getting your oatmeal all creamy. Then I just topped it with a bunch of my favorite toppings: banana, blackberries, some frozen raspberries, pomegranate, coconut shavings, chia seeds, flaxseed, so much. And then also some chocolate chips, because why not? You gotta treat yourself sometimes, and this came out so good. For lunch, I was really excited to see this recipe I spotted on the PAMAP. So we're making wannabe chicken nuggets, so a bit healthier for you, veggie friendly. So I started off with blending up my oat just to make an oat flour. Then I shredded up some courgette. I recommend using a cheesecloth if you have one to get the moisture out of the courgette, but I kind of just squeezed it and it did the job for me. And then of course I added the chickpeas and seasoned it just how I like. I wanted to have this alongside this healthy ketchup recipe that I saw on the PAMAP as well. So I cooked up some tomato puree with tomato passata in a saucepan with a bit of salt, maple syrup and vinegar. Then I just left it to thicken for a few minutes. So whilst that was cooking, I started to fry up my wannabe chicken nuggets and then served them up with my healthier ketchup. Made a generous amount of the ketchup just to keep in the fridge throughout the week. Then for dinner, I went for a bit of a cheat meal. I just wanted to treat myself, and so I chose creamy gnocchi. Definitely not healthy in any way, but one of my favorite just make my belly happy meals. I had this with some mushrooms, some spinach. And I did want to make it nutty, so I went for cream, I went for cheese. There are so many ways to make like healthier versions of this. However, if you want to treat yourself, then I recommend this. It was so good. I put up a poll on my Instagram this day asking if you guys like matcha, and I was so shocked to see that it was like 50-50. So let me know in the comments below if you like matcha or not. Today for breakfast I made some matcha and spinach pancakes, which look super cute because they come out all green. These were pretty quick to do and a nice way to just switch up your regular pancakes. All the ingredients are clean, so it's nice and healthy, and maybe it's because of the matcha, but I felt quite energized after I had these. It's a nice thing to have in the morning. For toppings, I kept it very simple. I just went with some natural yogurt, some banana, chia seeds, flaxseed, and honey. So for lunch, we went out for our lunch break just to a cute cafe where I got a chai latte and some avocado toast with poached egg. For dinner, I needed to use up these butternut squash noodles. If you have a spiral machine kind of thing, if you know what I mean, you can make veggie noodles out of whatever veggies you like. But I just got this from a bag in store, so it's a lot easier. I put it in the oven to harden it up for about 8 minutes. And then just made like a creamy sauce out of cauliflower, onion. I added some beef stock. I would have preferred chicken stock, but I didn't have any. And then some milk. Then I just added it to a blender to get it all smooth. And okay, this is where I messed up a bit, I confess. I'm definitely used to cooking for Will and I, but on this night it was just for me, so I made a bit too much sauce, like way too much sauce. The ratio is completely off, learn from my mistakes, but this still tasted delicious. Okay, happy Friday, the final day. Sadly, I actually didn't get that much footage on Friday. Please forgive me because it was just a bit of a crazy day. Life got in the way. For breakfast, I attempted to make this chocolate berry explosion yogurt thing from the Pam app. It just looked so yummy. So I made a berry puree from raspberries, added it to some yogurt, and then I melted chocolate and added a layer on top of the berry puree. Then I let it chill for 20 minutes in the fridge. And this is where you need to be careful if you want it to actually crack like an explosion. You need to make your chocolate layer way thinner than mine. Nonetheless, this was still delicious. Then later on in the day, I had work, so I just brought my quinoa salad. I didn't film anything. Sorry to be a bit boring. However, I hope you enjoyed all the recipes that I showed in this video. These are definitely one of my favorite videos to make, one of my favorite videos to watch. If you guys want to see a more like vloggy style one, let me know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.